Good Monday morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this Monday morning? I hope you are doing well. I myself am doing great. It seems to be a great Monday morning. I don't know why, but it is. So that's always cool. Weather is awesome here today, so I am stoked about that. I had an uneventful work at night. Sunday nights are pretty boring. So there was that. I've got my cup of coffee in hand, so that's always good. Good morning, Mr. B. Shady, Scott, TC, Drummer, Sever 7, Ed. Scott, sorry you can't be with us this morning, but we will hold the fort down for you until you're back tomorrow. Hope everything's going well with you. Oh, man. Coffee is good. Coffee is good. Life is good. Hope y'all are good. Let's see. So last night, I basically had the same pocket check 2 days in a row, which is a good thing at times because that means I like the knives that I've got at the moment. And that was the Sabertooth and the Anthem. So, super happy with the Sabertooth. Super happy with the Anthem. The Anthem, I don't know, it might become my back pocket knife from now on, like, as much as I like it. I don't know why I like it so much. I haven't even swapped the clip out on it yet, and I like it. So yeah, it's very nice and slim. It goes in the back pocket great. This one has been fine since I fixed it. I don't think I've opened this once by flicking it in the blade hole. Every single time I use the fuller, because the blade hole is way up here and it's kind of uncomfortable to get to. If you ever get this knife, you'll understand what I'm saying. But yeah, had those in my pocket last night again. I know y'all get bored of seeing my same old knives, but I apologize. Pete is making coffee. That is an acceptable reason to leave the chat, is to get some coffee. I always make coffee before I start because it helps my voice to last 2 hours, and it's good. It's good, okay. Oh, I've got some links for y'all today, including a couple of crazy deals on knives that I found that I'm not sure I will receive a knife, but nonetheless, I ordered them. So I found a Kubi. It is the KB259. If you're familiar with it, it is the blackout. And if I was to show you the price here on their website, which I can do. You bought that $12.99 Amazon Access Lock knife? Well, that's awesome. So check out. So this is the blackout. Great knife by Kubi. And I found a DH Gate link for it for $66 plus $5 shipping. And if you buy now, you save an extra $8. It came out to like $71 with shipping, with the coupons. And that was for the A version, which shows $75 here, but with the coupons and everything, it came out to $71. They also have the B version, which is the dark version, I believe. I don't actually see it. But anyway, this seller, Hot Years, has been around a while and sells quite a few knives. So I hope I don't have to dispute the charges on my credit card. But 71 bucks for that knife is pretty amazing. So for the blackout, I went ahead and tried it. It says that it's 53% off, and that it has been like $120, $160. It's 53% off. So hopefully I'll get it. And then I found another link to a Peregrine 2 from MaxAce for basically the same price. And this knife on their website is $188. I'm lagging for some reason, having some dropped frames. I apologize. It seems like we're back now, but I don't know what happened. We dropped a few frames. It's kind of weird. I'm amazed that we've done as well as we have throughout 100 episodes to not drop the stream. So hopefully that lag goes away. So I went ahead and bought one of those as well. It's got a pretty crazy blade grind. As you can see, super cool knife. And it came out to $71. And I actually showed that in the Discord. Both of the links are posted in the Discord. So you can see right here that my total for that one was $71.95 after coupons. I guess we'll see how the tariff thing works. I'm not going to pay any more than what I agreed to pay right here. Someone else has got to be the importer on this. I refuse to be the importer, so I'm not going to pay the tariffs, and I will get a refund if I don't get the knife for this price. So that's how I feel about it. But I thought it was worth risking. Two $71 knives that are $180 plus knives. So that's cool. I also do have a bunch of links to show y'all. Well, quite a few links. I wanted to show something else I've got to do this video, or I'm going to do this video, is I'm going to de-anodize, unanodize, remove the anodization from a knife that Sever bought from me, which is the Thresher. This is a mass drop Gavco collab, and it is a high voltage green, and he wants it plain Jane, I believe. Speak now or forever hold your peace, Sever. But I thought I would go over that one more time to show y'all how to do that. Very simple. Very good. The blade is great on this thing. The scales look perfect. Good morning, Knives Are Life. Are you sure, Sever 7, that you want this one plain Jane? All right, plain Jane. Plain Jane it is. This is an exclusive knife, so I believe the only color you can get it in is green. Do you want me to leave the backspacer green, or do you want me to wink it as well? That'll be up to you. I say you ought to leave it green for now, and then if you want to wink it, you can buy some wink yourself. But like I said, that's up to you. The action on this thing is sick. What do you think? Is the backspacer too big to be all green? Do you want it all green? Do you want it plain Jane? I was even going to offer you to pick another color if you wanted the knife or the backspacer plain Jane at all. Did you just get paint on them? Knives Are Life, I'm guessing. Let's see. I had some stuff for the channel. Oh, this is a super cool knife I wanted to show y'all. This popped up on Reddit, and it's something I haven't seen before. So this guy showed this knife right here, and he had a question: why did it have this little screw thing in the handle? And he showed the pictures of how this little screw comes out and it fits in the blade. And here's the marks from it, from Washington. And he asked if anyone knew what's going on with this knife or what it was for. So I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all have any clue what's going on with this knife here? Before I give you the answer, I will give y'all a chance to... I was also told that I'm supposed to show myself occasionally. Maybe I'm supposed to show myself whenever I give one of those, like, you got to learn how to tune your knife talks. But anyway, I was told I'm supposed to show myself. So, hello, good morning. Now back to the knife. Yes, it does screw into something because it does have threads. That would be correct. Oh, knives are life. You meant actual brass knuckles, not your hand knuckles. Yeah, well, I will show you how to easily take the color off in a matter of seconds. Knives are life, so stay tuned. Here shortly we'll do that. TC Blades, that was a brilliant statement saying that a screw screws into something. I'm just kidding. Just joking. Just ribbing you. Yes, it does screw into something. But here is what the deal is with this knife. So the handle comes apart, and it has a hobo fishing reel on the inside. And you reinsert the blade and put the screw back in. And then you have what is called a hobo fishing rod, where you've got line and a hook, and you can go fishing. So I thought that was a super cool find. You can see here that it has a little wind up fishing line and hooks that stay inside the handle. Good morning, Nick. I think I already said that, but Knives Are Life probably likes that too, because your knife can be your fishing pole at the same time. Nick, people can tell me what they think I should do till they're blue in the face. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. But I totally feel you on that. Anyway, that was one of the cool links I thought I would show y'all. Yep. So it's got basically hobo reel. The next link I had this morning. What is this? Oh, this is the guy's store that had those things. I put that for myself. Let's see. Oh, here's a pretty cool set of some anodized knives that were done by some pros. I thought we would look at. So check those beauties out. Thought y'all would appreciate those. done by different people. Let's see. So the Cortex XL was done by Cryptic Guy. The Impulse Mini was done by Slipping Back. And the Brown Mini FSD was Zerblasted and anode by RCO Customs. And the other one is a custom pin by Magnus Industries. I thought y'all would enjoy seeing those. Let's see, what else did I find? Oh yeah, check this hand engraved scales out. This is all done by hand, one line at a time. It's got gold, silver, and copper inlays. And there was no machining used or no kind of laser. And all the colors that you see are individually inlaid copper, gold, and silver. It's ninjas fighting samurais. So I thought y'all would enjoy seeing that. Got to share some cool stuff every now and then, just to look at. The talent of some of these guys on the knife making subreddit is pretty amazing. And the fact that he did all those inlays with gold, silver, and copper all by hand is pretty amazing. All those little individual squares. That's pretty wild. So there was that. Nick, this post is specifically for you. This is this guy's favorite Protect series. And he's got a few of them. And he's got tritium. What's this stuff called? What's the glow in the dark stuff called? In all of them. So that's pretty wild. Fred showed us an awesome knife last night. He showed us his Michael Raymond Estrella, which is he's an understudy from Scott Cook, who makes the Loxa, and you can see a lot of similarities in that knife and the Loxa, including the clip and everything, the thumb studs. But that was a super cool night. Last night in the Discord, Fred showed us that one. And they make a version of it with the swedge, so the blade is a little different. So instead of, it's got a little bit different swedge on the front up there. Then he also makes a Galaxy Integral. Oh, the other one was an Integral also. And that one is rather pricey. But he does have other versions that aren't quite as pricey of the Galaxis, which is another one of his. A little bit different. And then he also makes a version called the Starlit, which I'm sure Sever 7 is going to love. I don't think he'll love the price, but it's got the lines that he's been loving the last few weeks, or maybe has loved forever. So yeah, If you ever hit the lottery, those are some knives that you can get. Let's see, what else did I have to look at? Oh yeah, they have a starlit with a 7-point star pivot. That I guess, yeah, has a little different pivot. So, just a little different. You can see over here on this side the 7-pointed star. Oh yeah, I wanted to show a couple of cool pictures of what makes the knife that I had in my back pocket kind of special. And that's the fact that this is not a regular crossbar slash axis lock knife with Omega springs. This one does not have Omega springs, which makes the lockup super solid. I would say just as solid as any of my frame locks. But it has a coil spring. And since this is an integral, you can't take the crossbar out because they're bigger. The scale, it won't come out through the scales. Like normally you can take apart the two halves of the scales and take the crossbar lock out. But you can't do that with that knife. So it's got a couple of cool features. The first one is the coil spring here that mounts into the back. It mounts against the spine of the scales and goes and pushes, and it's held in with a couple of hex screws, and it goes and pushes on the mechanism instead of using Omega springs, and it is super strong and super locked up. And then the other thing is the thumb studs actually are threaded on, so you unscrew them in order to take apart the mechanism and get inside there. But that was a couple of cool features with this knife that other crossbar lock, axis lock knives don't need to have because they're not integral and they use, Omega springs. And Omega springs are guaranteed at some point they're going to snap on you. You're going to have to replace them, whereas this coil spring should last quite a long time. I mean, same kind of screw that's in a ballpoint pen, so except bigger. But yeah, thought that'd be cool to show y'all. Pocket checks today. TC is showing off that $12.99. Oh, is that the one? Yeah, that's the one I showed on the video. Nice. So it turned out good. I'm glad. I was wondering how. I thought you meant you ordered it like today. I didn't know you'd already gotten it. So that's all. See. Thank you for sharing that. It's got better action than your real bug out, huh? I like everything about that $13 knife. The tip's going to be strong because of that swedge. The blade looks slicey. Did it come sharp? Or sharp enough? TC? Custom, Sever7 said Dan Carrera is making custom integrals starting at $850. Oh yeah, yesterday the Aurelia or Aurelia, whatever, it sold out very quickly. He didn't send me an email in time, and I was asleep, and so I missed it. I believe it happened at 7 o'clock is when he sold them, but they are sold out. But the link is there is a link back up to them. so you can get to see it again. Let's see. Products. And he did leave the price at $280. So that was cool. Sharp as a razor, huh? Well, that's awesome. We'll see. I'd like to hear how long that D2 stays sharp and if it's heat treated well. That might be the best budget value knife ever. I didn't even know about the Asher, Pete. I didn't even see it. Let's see. You're supposed to tell me these things, Pete. I didn't even know the the milled. Didn't even know that existed. Where is it? I don't see it. What is this pattern? What is this pattern on this knife that I see that I don't see, that I don't have? You talking about the Warncliffe version of this? Milled tie Warncliffe. Aha. That's the handles that I just saw. So there we go. So that one sold out quickly. I see why. Pretty cool looking knife. Drummer, you're loving your Mini Sweeney? Nick, it seems like every comment you've made today has been like against everybody that's saying something. It's kind of weird. He started off with the telling about his fishing, and then something else. Anyway, yeah. Pete was just saying they're dropping. It's all good. Yeah, I like small batch stuff. I just didn't know about it. It's not Pete's responsibility to let me know those things either. I should keep up better. I don't know why I dropped a few frames earlier, but hopefully we don't drop any more. So I guess I should take apart this knife and try not to scratch it. I'm sure he would appreciate that. Am I taking out? Yes, I'm taking out the pivot instead of the screw part, so that sucks. Yes, I'm banging on your knife, Sever, with a rubber handled Weehaw. Weehaw! So let's get this thing apart really quick. What else is coming out this week? Y'all talk to me. It's all good, Nick. You ain't got to leave. I was just saying. But yeah, if you got to go, have a great day. I will show y'all the bottle again. 68,000. Sabretooth is out for delivery. Yay, Ed. That's super cool. Who is this bear? Pete, give me a link to something that I can click on. For Barry Lee. Come on, knife. Play nice. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention, Pete. As you can see, I've got my eyes down here at the table. I will click that link momentarily. Sorry. Should have known you were on top of things. Come on, little screws, break loose. That one's spinning. That sucks. There we go. Alright, so got both of those out. Actually, all four of these go together. Just about there. Guys. All four of these go together. That goes there, that goes there. Grab my magnet. I'll click on that link in just a second, Pete. Let me get these two little washers out, and while I'm taking out the man, that washer doesn't want to come out. That's no good. Come on. There we go. Alright, got the washers out. Let me click that link that Pete gave us. It says, proceed with caution. Accept the risk and continue. Oh, no wonder. It's a bad domain name. Bad link. It's not working for me. Why is the link not working for me? Good morning, Fred. Ron Crow. I didn't see y'all pop in. Barry Lee Hands. I don't know why this link isn't working, but let me try it without the S. There we go. Something about secure websites have been yeah, I don't know. Something about secure websites have been acting up. Could be I've got something, I don't know. Wow. That's pretty wild. That's actually super wild. And pretty crazy. Fred, you missed it earlier. I showed the Estrella from Michael Raymond. And I hope this lock bar insert doesn't give me trouble. Some of them do. But that's pretty craziness. Sorry. I was dealing with yeah, in fact, here's the Estrella I showed. And then here's a Swedge version. And here's a Galaxis that he sold. And here's a cheaper Galaxis. And here's a starlit. And then back to the Barry Lee. Oh, look at that. Marfione custom. That's pretty sweet. So I want to show y'all what I do sometimes when I have a lock bar insert that wants to act up. That's pretty awesome engraving. Thank you, Pete. If you have a lock bar insert that acts up like this one is and you can't get it out, so I've got the screw out, but it just won't come out without a little persuasion. An easy thing you can do is take a little screwdriver with a miniature flathead. If I can get this stupid thing out. And let me find the smallest one it comes with in this kit. I actually can't tell which ones are the smallest ones. Maybe this one? Yeah. So I usually try to take the smallest little tiny flathead that I can find. And you can start getting, you can get a little gap on the end here. I don't know if you can see that. But you can see where it'll start coming up down here at the end. And you can try to get under it. I'm going to have to look at actually it. But you can get under the edge right here and pry that flathead under it right there. And with a little persuasion, most of the time you can get it out. Sometimes you got to pry it under the other part too, but it'll pop out. And that's how you can get it out without like stressing yourself out, because they can be a pain in the butt sometimes to get out. Yeah, and if you want to push it this way and knock it out, sometimes that'll work, but it'll shoot it across the room too, especially if it's really stuck in there and you're really pushing hard. But this one I already tried that and it wouldn't come out that way, so that's why I had to pry it. But yeah, first try to just push the lock bar and see if that hitting against the edge will knock it out. But this one was in there really, some of them, the tolerances of these things are super tight. I've had some that were very difficult to get out. But yeah, first, like Ed said, try to just push the lock bar against it, and the where this is catching on the lock bar will most of the time push them out if they're not just super tight tolerances. Some of them are like intolerances. All right, so we got all of our parts here that I would imagine are all titanium. I don't know if the clip is aluminum or titanium, but we're just going to guess it's titanium. I just dropped some more. We just lagged again for some reason. Something's going on with my connection today. I don't know what's up with that. I am going to try to find us a little video to watch for a second. Anybody got anything interesting? Let's see. Since we were just talking about knife engraving, and what was the guy's name? Something Barry Lee. Let's see. So, custom fine metalworking and engraving, simple tech, battery. Oh, y'all can watch a little bit of this battery drawing on a some etching while I go wash these scales and stuff really quick. So y'all watch this video just for a second while I hold on. Whoops, come on, stop. So y'all watch this. This is pretty cool. Let me show if y'all haven't seen this video, it's super awesome. So he hand draws a pattern on a piece of paper. Let me show the end of it. He takes the pattern. So I'm gonna go wash these with Dawn dish soap really quick in the sink, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Hope you've been somewhat entertained by this guy. It's a super cool little process. If I was a better artist, I might try. But I'm not. And I actually can't hear anything at the moment. And I just about lost a piece to Sever's knife as I was doing all of that. Because I didn't know it existed. Has everyone seen this video before? Video still playing? Yes. Alright. Good. I don't think the paper matters. I think it's like tracing paper or something. Now he's doing a little bit of engraving after you use the electrolysis process. Let me jump through a little bit. He's using some fingernail polish. And he's going to do process one more time. You can take a $3 knife from the store and turn it into that if you've got enough talent, which is super cool. So there's that. Why is the other one playing now? All right. So yeah, there's that. Now, one more tip that I should say, make this very clear. Make sure when you're taking apart knives that you get every part of the knife taken apart, because I got in the kitchen to wash this off. And I found this little bitty tiny locating pin in the back of the back spacer. It actually had two locating pins, and I don't think this one would have really mattered, but nonetheless, it is a part to the knife. So I've got these all cleaned and degreased. And you can use acetone. I prefer to just use hot water. So you put the negative on the knife, and you use the positive as the thing you touch to the knife. Or if you're if you're doing it the other way around, okay, that's backward. Okay, sorry. I said that wrong. You put the positive on the knife, you put the negative on the thing if you're touching it. If you're using it in liquid, you do the opposite. And I'll show you all that if we get to that point here in a minute. So if you've got a lead hooked up to the alligator clip with a little cotton swab on it, that's the negative. You hook the positive straight to the blade. Whatever's hooked to the blade is always the positive. So when you're dunking it in the water, the positive is hooked to the wire that's touching the blade, and the negative is in the water. If the water is what you're touching it with the cotton swab, then that's the negative, because the positive is always on the blade. If that makes sense. Alright, so all you have to do this, let me get my cups of water here. You got to have a couple of rinse cups of water. I don't know that I have two over here. Let me see. Unless I knocked one over. When I dropped that shelf the other day, I might have done that. Alright. Here's my wink. And let me fill up another cup full of water really quick. I've got it in here with me, so I won't have to go anywhere else. Give me just a second. Let me grab some distilled water. And a cup. Try not to make a mess this time. Oh. Paper towels. So all you need to do is go down to any store, and every store sells this. Every little hardware store. It's called Wink Rust Stain Remover. All you gotta do is buy that. It's got a low amount of hydrofluoric acid, I believe. But just get just get some Wink. Get you a couple of cups of water. I'm actually not going to reuse this one because I've got another one over here. It's called Wink. W-H-I-N-K, Rust Stain Remover. Ron Crow, we are just removing anodization right now. Alright. Now, I don't have much Wink left in here. So I'm actually going to pour a little bit more in so that I can make sure it covers the scales completely. I've used the same Wink for a long time. I'm actually just going to pour the rest of it in here and get it done. Now this is empty. Alright, let me try to keep my mat from getting... Let me get my nice saber tooth out of the way. Put a couple pieces of paper down. Set the Wink on top of that. Get me a rubber glove. Turn on my fan because I'm getting hot. Alright. Rubber glove up. Make sure you tear your gloves when you're putting them on too, because that's always a plus. Especially when you have these super cheap ones. Alright. Then we got a couple of cups of water here. I probably should have moved all these knives off the table beforehand, but we will be careful. I've got 2 cups of distilled water to do a double rinse. So as you can see, they're both sitting right over there. As long as titanium is in water, it cannot, and titanium doesn't really anodize much anyway. It won't rust. But as long as it's in water, it won't rust forever. So you can leave it, once you get it done here, you can just leave it sitting in the water as long as you want to, and it's not going to do anything to it. So all we're going to do, I'll start with the clip because it's little. All we're going to do is we're going to drop this in here. I don't know what that is floating in the wink, but I will try to get that out. It's just a little piece of paper or something. All right, paper towels I've got right here. All right, so all we're going to do is going to take the clip, I'm going to drop it in here, and I'm going to use my fingers to rotate it until you see it start bubbling. Once it starts bubbling, count to 3 and pull it out and do the double dip pretty quickly. Let me put I'm going to try to get these on the paper where I don't get the wink. All right, I'm going to reach off camera here and dip one first, and then I'm going to drop it down in here. I'm going to put it down in there. I'm going to rotate it until you see the bubbles start coming. I'll try to show you the bubbles. Green is one of the highest voltage colors, so it'll take a few seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Pull it out. I'm going to dip it once. I'm going to drop it in the second cup. Clip is done. That easy. Yes, Pete, it'll start pitting the titanium if you leave it in there longer. And it will affect the surface of the titanium. Wink will. Multi-etch won't nearly as much. That's why people buy multi-etch, because it's a lot less caustic, less acidic. I don't know that the pitting would be good for it. I've never seen anybody say that they did anything with the pitting. Now I'm going to do the backspacer. And like I said, green is a very high voltage color, so that's why it's taking this long. If this was another color that was lower in the voltage, it wouldn't. So it's starting to bubble. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Pull it out, dip it once, drop it. Do the scales now. I'm just going to rotate them side to side till I see it start to bubble. Right now, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Pull it out. Dip it once, drop it. The other scale, put it in there, turn it. You'll see it start to bubble. And you'll see the color changing. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Pull it. Now, you're done. Did I get all that off that end? Or is that a shadow? I might not have got all that green off the end of the lock bar. Might have pulled that one out too quickly. Let me see. Is it a weird camera angle, or do we really have some green left? Oh yeah, I didn't wink that. Look, so there's a prime example. I wasn't looking. See how it got it back to purple? That's pretty cool, huh? But that didn't hurt anything. We just removed it. We winked it back to like this purple color. I thought it was gray, but it wasn't. So I needed to leave it in a little longer. I just don't want to pit my titanium, so that's why I did what I did. But I will finish that off. And to finish it off, I'll just do it again. Since I got it dipped in that water pretty quickly, it's not going to have any kind of oils on it. I'm not going to worry about rewashing it or anything. because I'm not worried about the oils, but I am going to try to not touch it with my hands. But that's one of those low voltage, like in the 10 volts, 16, 17 volts or something is where this is at now. So you can see that color. Dang it. I need to get them all out of there because I want to drop everything back in there again. So I'm just going to lay them here for a second. I can't get the clip. All right, we'll do the, I think the clip and the backspacer are fine, but these needed a little longer, I guess. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Whoa, I just splashed. Dip, drop. Like I said, the green, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, dip, drop. All right, those should be good now. The clip looks a little, the backspacer looks blue too, huh? That was a terrible example. I didn't leave them in there long enough. I've got to figure out a way to get down in there without spilling water. Let me see. There's my big old hands. Yeah, that's still a little blue. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, dip, drop. All right, that should be good now. You can do it too long, so going a little less is better than long, because it won't pit it until you get it back to plain Jane. So the fact that it still had a color on it means it still had a layer on it. And I'm going to reach in here with this hand that I've only had in the water, and it looks good and gray now. So I'm going to lay that to the side. It's good and gray now. The backspacer is good and plain Jane now. And the clip is going to be hard to get. I need to get one of my titanium wires and fish it out or something. Let me see what I got over here. I don't know where my little titanium hook thing is. I've got one over here somewhere. Aha, here it is. Oh, here's my good one. So I've got a little hook just for things, just for this purpose. Made out of titanium wire. And I'm trying to get it in the hole of the clip or under the clip or something. I guess I could turn it up. I think this has still got some purple on it too though. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just going to have to try to not make a mess. Dang it, where are you, clip? My hands are too big to fit in this stupid cup. Not really, but I just can't get a hold of it. All right, got it. Yeah, it is a little, it has got a little tinge of purple and blue to it. It's like blurple. I could have left it like that. Pretty cool though. But you know that you haven't gone too far if you've still got some color on it. But you'll see it start bubbling really quickly here. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. There we go. Now we're good. Do a double dip. Now we're good and gray. Man, these were anode. I'm going to make sure that I got these properly, because I'm still seeing a little tinge of color, and he wants some plain Jane, so I'm just not going to leave them in here very long at all. Just want to make sure I get them fully fully handled. All right, now we're good for sure. So I'm going to put my lid back on my wink. Take off these gloves. And reassemble the knife, I guess. Sever, are you still here? I got my mat wet again. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I cleaned it the other day. I washed it in the washer to get that stain off, and I've already got it wet again. It's all good. It's for a good reason. Hopefully I didn't get it too wet. I still haven't touched it with a non-gloved hand, but that doesn't matter at this point. All right. Oh, we didn't even get it wet. Good deal. That paper worked good. So we got our parts done. You can take any knife, and wherever it's wet, it'll look like a different color, but once it fully dries here in a second, you'll see. And I might need to multi-etch this a little too. That nano was pretty aggressive. Backspacer looks great. As that's drying now, it's looking better. It's just the spots where it's wet. Scales look good. We'll let them dry. As they air dry, you'll see that the color changes. Yeah, we're probably going to do that this Thursday when we're actually on a tutorial day. This was just a knife I had to ship out this morning. No, it was, I'm not going to anodize. I'm unanodizing. He didn't want the green. Sever bought this knife from me, and he didn't like the green, so to unanodize it before I sent it to him. So I thought I'd take the time to do it on video. The clip has got some little, I'm going to leave that the way it is because it looks cool. And it almost looks like it used to be tiger striped or something. Let me show y'all what this is looking like. It's got a cool little pattern. And he can sand this down if he wants it back to plain. But it'll add just a little touch of like some blues and purple little stripes. It's silver, but it's got some little lines in it. I don't know, kind of weird. Looks good though. But like I said, as it's wet, you'll see that it looks a different color. I don't know why those, it was just wet. See, those little circles are going away now. You'll see little places on it that look like it didn't take. Yeah, that a little blue and purple looks cool on that. Is what it is. A little touch of something. So yeah, this tiny little pin, it had two locating pins. But this was down in the end of this backspacer, and I didn't even see it till I got to the kitchen. That's pretty wild. Can't believe it didn't fall out from here to there. But it is tiny. But everything else came out great. I mean, the whole thing came out great. It's like a whole new knife now. So let's reassemble. Let's see. Now, I don't remember which side the pivot was in, but I'm going to guess it was in this side. First of all, we will put back in the lock bar insert. And this is going to be a pain in the butt to get back in. I'm telling you, some of these are, the tolerances on some of these are so tight that these lock bar inserts are a pain in the butt sometimes. So don't be surprised if you have to do what I did with prying a little screwdriver underneath it, because pushing it against the scale, the side of the scale, will work most of the time, but whoops, I didn't even think about that. That's all right too, though. The screws on it are still green, but can't do everything. Saber can buy some Wink. It's only $8 a bottle, and it'll have green accents on the screws now. All right, a little bit of oil. Good morning, folks. A little bit of oil to hold this washer in. Put the pivot in. I don't think it's a D-shaped pivot, but might be. Nope, it is not. But I put a bearing on. A little oil. I'm actually gonna try to get the backspacer lined up before we get it attached. Let's see, where are these all four? Okay, there's the stop pin. Okay, here's the other pin. Make sure I got the stop pin in the right one, and this pin. All right, yep, that is right. That is right. That is right, and that is right. Now I will hold. I know this is riveting TV, but there's a lot of people that don't like the color of knives, and just being able to take it off back to plain Jane is pretty nice a lot of times. Especially for somebody like me who definitely doesn't like a lot of color. Alright, got that done. Put the blade back on. Still got some oil on the blade. Put the other bearing on, the other washer on, the other side of the scale on. I don't see any D shape on the pivot, but make sure I pull. Oh, there it goes. Didn't pull in tight. Centering is perfect. Good. Put the other two body screws in. I got oil on the scale, so I have to clean that off with some alcohol when I'm done here. Where did Sever 7 go? He left us. Let me go ahead and clean this off with some alcohol before I fully reassemble it, because I got oil on it. All right. Looking good, looking good. Put the clip back on. Last two screws. I should have done the screws too, but too late now. Like I said, wink. Y'all all need to learn how to wink so you don't have to have me do stuff like this when you buy a knife from me. So that's my excuse. If he wants these screws silver, he's going to have to do it himself by buying a $7 bottle of wink. Centering still perfect. It is now a plain Jane thresher. Ta-da! Still got some alcohol and oil on it, but man, the action on this thing is great. I need to stupid Earl. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That little clip, those little like camo blue looks cool on it. All right, Sever 7's knife is ready to ship. Along with the, to answer your question, these are axes. As long, yeah, that's fine. You can post whatever you want to in the Discord. That's what it's there for. Good looking thresher now. These are not only cute, they are deadly sharp. Yeah, they're really sharp. Did you want me to show it on the stream? Am I going to get in trouble again? Last time I posted a picture of your kid, I got in trouble. There you go, Wink, rust stain remover. Which knife is what? Oh, yeah. It's a Mr. A, the one I missed last night. Mr. Aeon. I was in the Discord chat, and this went up for sale on Knife Swap last night, and I missed it. It's one of the ones we've looked at numerous times. Bad. Super cool knife. As you can see. Very minimal flipper tab, like great little, beautiful lines. Gentleman's knife. It's an integral too, if you couldn't tell. I talked about my knife cut test last night in the Discord, and that's my knife cut test every night. It's 2 packs of coffee, and as you can see, they double over in the middle, and so there's like 8 layers when you're cutting through the middle, and so you can really tell if a knife is sharp or not. So I did both knives. This was the saber tooth, and this video, as you can see, was the Anthem. Anybody that was in the Discord will know what I'm talking about. Oh, no problem, Sever 7. I don't really feel up to anodizing it, and everybody needs to learn how to anodize. I'm trying to get Pete to do it with 9-volt batteries, but he's just too good for that. He won't set up. So I'm just joking, Pete. I know you're not too good for it. You just want the whole big setup. I don't blame you. But yeah, you can get some really cool, like, yeah, I just eat the grounds raw, like Pete said. See, he's already getting me back. I was forgetting him, and he didn't even know it. I was saying it yet. And if y'all ever take pictures and shoot pictures, get yourself one of these little monopods. Like, these little monopods are so handy. So they'll go up to like over 7 feet tall. They fit in. They come in a little case. They're tiny. You don't have to worry about their footprint taking up a bunch of space like a tripod. You can take them anywhere. They fold up, so the little legs fold up, and you can go vertical or horizontal with your phone. And they're super cool. Yeah, they're in the links. So they're up here. Right here, mini camping axes. The 2-pack, not 2-pack. Well, it didn't pop up because I've got the wrong source, but that's the link. It takes you to the page with the little axes. They're $11 a piece, or you can get both of them for $18. If I ever say I'm posting a link, it'll be in the links channel. And I wanted to show y'all. So with the 9-volt battery, you can get 3 colors really easy. You can get more than that, but if you want to anodize something, just grab you a pack of 3 or 4 9-volt batteries and connect them together, and you can get some cool colors. You can get this 9-volt color with just 1 battery, which is a gold. So let's see. Come on, load up. Why is my internet being a pain in the butt today? I just lost connection again, guys. I don't know what happened, but we lost connection. Sorry. But with 1 battery, why is my connection crapping out? Let me close Firefox and see if that helps. Yeah, that seemed to help. Some of those tabs might have been doing something. I apologize about the lag. But all you need is 1 9-volt battery to get this cool gold color. Come on, internet. Alright. So you can get this 9-volt gold color right here with just 1 9-volt battery. You can get this 18-volt purple, which is super cool. and you can get this 27 volt like baby blue. So if you just got 3 9-volt batteries, you can get those 3 colors real easy. And without a power supply. And all you do is connect them together like this. So you can stack them as high as you want to. But you just plug them together like this. And you hook your positive and negative to the ends there. Oh, Ron Crow, I didn't cut them into strips. You can buy titanium wire. I buy titanium wire in different gauges. You just get them off of Amazon. But all you got to do is use 2 9-volt batteries or 3 9-volt batteries connected just like that. And then you can anodize. And you can do whatever you want. You can do some cool color patterns. You can do solid colors. You don't need a power supply. All you need is baking soda, distilled water, some 9-volt batteries, and some alligator clips. 18, 27, 36. So you can get all these colors that I showed you. Right here you can get 36 volts, which is like a gray green. You get another gold. You get a brighter gold. No, 9 times, let's see. 45, you get a gold. Another gold. 63, what do you get? Let's see. Well, these aren't the right pictures. These aren't the pictures we're looking for. 63, you can get another cool pink purple. '72, you get a blurple. That's a good blurple, that 72. It looks, you can see it's looking different there. You can get the 81 volt. And then at 90 volts, you can get the green. That's what I'm saying, Pete. That's what I've been saying. Just jump in. Just do some anodizing. Go buy some Wink. Get some baking soda. Grab some 9 volts. And get to town. Yeah, I don't think 9 divides by 71, but 71 is a cool color, huh? 72 is... 9 times 8. So you can get that 72 with 9-volt batteries, but... And if you use one of them that's almost about to die, then maybe you could get that 71. Yeah, you don't have... No, you still need to etch it first, Pete. Even if it's plain Jane, you still got to etch it to make sure it takes the color good. Yeah, you always have to etch before you anode. Ron Crow, yeah, you were asking about how I cut the stuff into sheets. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. you just go to Amazon and you type in just titanium wire. I don't know why my internet's acting funny today. Titanium wire. So you can get rolls of it in different gauges. They make it for all kinds of stuff, but you need to get a little piece if you're going to do electroanodization. If you're going to dip it, but they also sell Wink rust remover, except that it's super, like, here's all you need, pack of 12. Wow, 6-pack. I don't know why they got so many, like, why do people buy so much Wink? Why do you need a 12-pack of Wink? It's cheaper elsewhere. This is all you need, though, is this little bottle. 16 ounces. 32 ounces what I got, I think, but yeah, drummer. You like I was saying when I was doing ano, you have to kind of learn your power supply, because different power supplies that put out different voltages. I mean, they put out different amperages, and so you won't get the same as anybody's color chart. You kind of got to do your own color chart. But you can learn by looking at them, like where you fall, whether you're like three volts below them or 3 volts above them, just by looking at their charts. So it's a good, the charts are good because they let you see that, you know, you can figure out where you, like if you're hitting at 81 volts, if you're hitting the same color that they're hitting at 84 volts, then you can kind of judge it 3 volts off all the way up. If you understand what I'm saying. I am, I actually just took, I didn't like how the fact that I'd put oil on. I'd gotten oil on one of Sever's, on a spot on his scales. So I'm taking a little knife oil and a paper towel, and I'm just rubbing it on the side of the scales to even it all up and make it look pretty, because it was driving me nuts that I had a little oil spot. So check out how good these look now. Hold on, I'm getting there. Let me put a little bit of oil on the clip. Because your hand oils are gonna, did I really just drop the clip screw on the floor? Wow. Oh well. Yeah, check out how good this looks now. Get this clip screw back started. I dropped one of them on the floor, which is wonderful. I love that. And I realize y'all can't see me, but I'll fix that momentarily. So all I did was take a little bit of knife oil and rub on there with a paper towel, just because your hands are going to get And look how even and nice it looks now. Yeah, I know you couldn't see. I was finishing doing what I was doing, sorry. Because your hand oils are going to get on there, and that freshly winked surface is kind of where the hell did that screw go? There it is. Yeah, they look super clean now. Get this other clip screw back in. Yeah, both sides look good now. They're even. I had gotten some oil on this side and it was leaving like a little spot, so I went ahead and evened them out. That's a cool knife now, Sever. It was a cool knife regardless, but and those greens are harder to get, so and I don't know what's up with my stupid connection today. All right, blade is clean now too. Man, that thing came out nice. Action on it's perfect. Centering's perfect. I want to show y'all on video that the centering is perfect, just so y'all can see. Of course, I can't get the light. The light's always hitting it one side or the other. It looks off to the right if I put it over here, or off to the left if I put it over here. But it's good. And I don't know how he likes his knife, so he can tune it a little himself if he needs to. No problem, man. Well, all right, guys. What else are we talking about this morning? I will be giving tracking numbers here shortly to the 3 giveaway winners. So if you were one of those, be looking for me to send you tracking. I hope you enjoy the knives you get. I can't show you some knives that are over here beside me because that's them. But I'll tell you what, it's not any of those. To tell you the truth, yes. Yes, I do, drummer. The only thing I'm worried about, the Kubi on DHgate, that vendor is good. I'm positive that vendor is good. The only thing I'm not sure about is the fact that with the tariff thing, if they try to hit me with a COD tariff on this side, but that's why I went ahead and ordered today, because it's not supposed to really take effect until a date in May. But I want to show y'all a few more on his DHgate site, and his prices aren't like crazy. And if you look, the ones that are that cheap are saying they're on sale, and they used to be more. But he has some of the full knives, and he doesn't have any that aren't still available. So like he's got the Lamias, and they're all the same price. He's got the Rosies, and they're all the right price. So if you click on one like the skeleton one, it's showing $86, which I think they're $89 on AliExpress. So his price is not crazy. It's $79 for the milled ones. That's the same price. $78. That's the same price as on AliExpress. $1 cheaper, and the plain one is even cheaper on AliExpress. So all the prices are matching what they are on AliExpress. They're just a couple of dollars cheaper. So the other stuff in his store, and like I said, his store is a reputable store. If you're talking about the ones I posted in the links channel for those two Kubies, if you're talking about a different Kubi, I don't know, but the two I posted, I mean, I'm sure if it's from that same vendor, but the Blackout is one of the ones that I bought. If you're talking about this length, then yes, I think it's legit. Because it shows it's down 53%. And I think he just has a bunch of them. And you know, it says 100 plus pieces are $46. So like, let me see if it's the same length. Yeah, that's the same length, Pete. Yeah, so I bought one of those, and I bought one of the other links that I sent from his page of the Max Ace Peregrine 2 for $71. But I will let y'all know as soon as I get it what the deal was with it. But if you go to their site too, this knife is $188 on the Max Ace website. So you go right here. It's $188 on White Mountain Knives. But I know his store's legit, and I'm hoping that we don't get hit with any crazy custom stuff. But the fact that he has a bunch of these Juful and Lemifshi knives is cool too, because he even has some of the green thorns that AliExpress is not selling anymore. DHgate has got a little different policy. So he's got some of the M390, like the Bio, and the prices are. Another reason I think it's legit is because his prices aren't like crazy. Like they're the same prices that they are on AliExpress, except for those Kubies and a few other. He's got a Tucson too that TS7. I believe he's the same guy that I showed y'all, that one where you can get it for like $53 or something. So he's got a few versions. What happened to my internet? See you later, drummer. I don't know what happened to my internet. But he's got this M390 TS177 for $53. He's got a few Tucsons. If you just type knife in his store, he's got a bunch of he's got a bunch of knives. He's got like the Lemifshi Eclipse with the N690 blade. And the prices on them are the same as they were on AliExpress. So I think he's a vendor that's just moved over some of the stock that they were selling on AliExpress. He's selling on his site now. But he's got the Lamias.
He's got the Lemifshi 14C 28N factors. He's got lots of good stuff on his site. He's even got some of the Jufull ones, like the Overcome models, the ones he doesn't show pictures of. Yeah, here's the new model. The new Lamias with the silver pivots. Yes, Sever 7. Tomorrow? Why tomorrow? Can we not do it this evening or something? But yeah, I can help you. Now that you've got some lives down, it should... I don't know, have you checked your OBS? Does it work now? I want one of these Carve SMG... I want one of these with the crazy blade. With the Nightmare grind. This isn't the same one, but... I want the one with the Nightmare grind on it. But heck yeah, I hope I get that. If I can buy those for $71, I'm going to be posting a bunch on Knife Swap, brand new in the box, for like $120 and make $50 off each one of them. I'm going to buy like 10. Same with those blackouts. Like, people would buy them all day long for $100, brand new in the box. I don't know. White Mountain Knives had them probably for that price. Like, that's why I also think they're probably not crazy, because I bet White Mountain Knives price. See if we can find it. Blackout. If you add it to cart, proceed to checkout. Add the coupon. The cheapest you can get them is $126. Wow. So $71 is $55 cheaper. So Sever 7, all you have to do to make that show up, here, I'll show you. Let me see if I can. That'd be weird if I could show you my see if this works. No. That didn't work. Maybe it did. All you gotta do is go up to the top and under docs, click on docs, and YouTube chat should show up. Here, you click on docs. There we go. Check this out. Stuff for channel, paste, boom, boom, Discord mirror, boom, Discord picture. So up in the top left under docs, you see right there, those are the docs that you have available. And so scene sources, the bottom two are a YouTube live control panel and the chat. So that's what my OBS screen looks like. So if you see, I clicked on docs, and then chat is the bottom checkbox, and it shows the chat up there in the top right. And then the control panel shows how many viewers you got at the time and how many people have come in and viewed it individually. We've had 65 people pop in total. Oh. It's never connected, huh? Yeah, I can help you. Let's do that. If you're around this evening, let's do it. I'll hit you up when I wake up this evening. So yeah, still just chilling, sitting here relaxing. Smoking a cig. I guess I should look at the camera, huh?
Text you? Yeah, I am comfy, Pete.
Laid back and comfortable. I just sent you a yo. All right, Pete, we can talk about that whenever.
I love the one I'm using right now. It's a Insta360 Link 2.
And it's tiny. The reason I love it so much is because of the microphone on it.
The microphone on it is great. And it's got a... So the whole front of the camera is the whole front of the camera is a microphone. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, hold on. So I've just got an arm here, like a microphone arm that comes up, one of those spring-loaded arms, and it's got the camera on it, and it's a magnetic mount. And you can see I've got my big TV over there. I've got a mess out here, but that's where I sit there and watch the screen. Excuse the mess. But yeah, that microphone is super cool across the front of that. It picks up really good. And then I just have a light sitting over here on a tripod. No big deal. No, it's just a cheap one from I've got a few cheap ones from my studio over here. I've got a good one over here in my music studio to my left. But if you just go to Amazon, the ones that are like $10 is the one I use. So, microphone, arm mount. So the one I'm using is one of these super cheap ones right here. This is the exact kind of model I'm using. It's got the 2 springs and it's got the microphone mount on the end. And this one even comes with a camera mount with it. Nice.
So yeah, for 15 bucks, you get that little part right there in the middle that I was telling you you need to get to change from a microphone thread to a camera thread to a 1/4 inch. So it takes it from 5/8 to a 1/4. But this whole set you can just clamp on anywhere, and the cool thing about it is it keeps it level no matter where you move it. So the way those arms are made, the camera always stays pointed exactly the same direction no matter how high or low I raise the arm. But here, I can show you. I can show you what I'm talking about this arm. So right here, you see the arm. So wherever I move it, it keeps the camera pointed the same way. Now, of course, it'll be like off the... I don't know, you tell me, do you ever see it? You ever see it jerk or move? And I'm using the link software to zoom in a little bit. And then I have to straighten it occasionally to get it lined up right. I just moved it around as you see, but I get it lined up, and then I use the link software to zoom in a little bit to take off the edges. But the link software will zoom all the way in. Without moving the... And this is only at 1080p, and it'll go to 4K. Whenever I record my unboxings, I do them in 4K, but I stream at 1080. Anyway, guys, we're at the 2-hour mark. I think I'm gonna start getting off here. I got a bunch of packages to box up and get done. Congratulations to the winners. Your knives will be on the way to you soon. I will hit y'all all up with tracking numbers. Sorry, I was I got a message from William. He's worried about them both. The Kershaw I sold him. He was worried about it being a clone, and I was like, "No, dude, I sent you the picture above of where I bought it. Like, I sent him the receipt from where I paid for it." Or I thought I did. Anyway, sorry guys, I was talking I'm trying to text and talk. Anyway, have a great Monday. We'll see y'all tomorrow, Tuesday. If y'all need me, hit me up. 7 I will hit you up this evening when I wake up.